So we're reading Hoshea chapter 4. Hear the word of Adonai, people of Israel. It's funny, it's always starting off with here. You know, the bottom line with anything is you got to listen. You show up to class, you show up to work, you got to listen, you got to hear. Faith cometh by hearing. Everything starts with that ear, doesn't it? Didn't you hear what I told you? Starts with the ear. For Adonai has a grievance. Now we look at God's grievance. Why is it so many people upset with God and they don't figure out that God's upset with them? I can't serve God. There's hungry people and the children are dying. My father crashed in an airplane. I lost my baby. It's funny. When you all get upset, you have no problem getting upset at God. But I guess if you got one finger pointing at God, you got three appendages pointing back at you. So, really? We sit in judgment of God? Really? Wow. So it's not so much our grievance with God, is it? No. It's God's grievance with us. We forget about that. You got to be careful when you call people out. You're calling them out about one thing. They're going to go, oh, I've got 100 against you. And since you're making such a big issue about a small issue, I think I'm going to break out the carpet. Forget the paper towel and the tissue roll. I'm going to break out the whole carpet. Because I can wrap you up in grievances that will bury you. You've been forgiven for a lot more than you're asking me to forgive you for. You want me to say I'm sorry for something I did to you? You know what you've been doing? And even you're doing it now. It is God who has a grievance with us, not us who have a grievance with God. Against the inhabitants of the land. It always talks with the land. Guy and I always talk about that. It's the land. Remember, he created the land before he created the man and the woman. And ladies, don't forget you were created after the man. The inhabitants of the land. There is no truth. There is no faithful love. Many of you have been in marriages. You already know that. Yet you come to God the way you came to your marriage. Unfaithful to your God, the way you've been unfaithful to your spouse. And what did you get married for anyway? Did you get married for the other person or did you get married for you? Did you get married because you wanted to serve and love that person or you wanted that person to serve and love you? No faithful love. See, faithful is going to be tested. That word faithful means we'll find out if you're going to stick when I have no money, if you're going to stick when I lose my arm, if you're going to stick when I lose my hair, if you're going to stick with me when I gain the weight, if you're going to stick with me when everybody else is abandoned. Oh, you're going to stick with me in troubles and hard times. I'm not as pretty as I used to be, not as muscular, not as handsome, not as rich. Then you marry me and find out I'm not as perfect as you thought I was. His love, the only one perfect is God. So you're learning how to deal with imperfect people when you are a follower of God and how to love them anyway, because you're imperfect and God loves you. But you're not faithful in your love or your knowledge of God in the land. No, you're not even seeking. You're not asking questions. You don't even care. You just want to believe like you want to believe. You don't want answers. Only swearing and lying. I know too many people who I cannot trust their words. I hate that. Why? Because I love them. You know what it's like to love somebody and you can't trust them? It hurts you because you love them and you want to trust them, but you can't. You'll never know. You can't. See, I know people, they'll say one thing when they're talking to you. Next thing you know, 3 days, a week later, they're bringing up something that they've been holding in. You can't trust a person like that. That means every time they talk to you, you don't know what they're holding against you. Or they're agreeing with you now. Give them a week or two. Here comes the text. Here comes the message. Here comes the attitude and the nastiness. distrustworthy, dishonest people, untrustworthy, dishonest people. They smile now while they are conniving and scheming, killing and stealing and committing adultery. The thief cometh to steal, kill, and to destroy. Jesus said, you're just like your father, the devil. He was a thief, a murderer, and a destroyer. And many of you, I just talked to a man in the grocery store. He has a 15-year-old son. He says, Steve, my wife is as liberal as they come. I'm not. And my mother is too. But when my mother comes over, my 15-year-old son can handle both of them. And he starts laughing and smiling. I said, you raised him to be like his father, not to be like his mother. He goes, I'm so proud of him. He can hold his own. He's 15 and he can hold his own. He followed his father, and his father wasn't the devil. Only swearing, lying, stealing, and killing, and committing adultery. Because your eyes are always on who you can bed. They break all bounds with one blood crime following another. Therefore the land mourns. The Bible says the earth mourns for deliverance. And everyone living there languishes. I saw a man the other day walking his dog. The dog was trying to run to me to get away from his owner. The poor thing was begging me to come back and save it from its owner. Please deliver me. You don't understand. He's a cruel master. Wild animals, too, are wanting deliverance. The birds in the air, the fish of the sea. But no one should quarrel or rebuke, because your people are having to quarrel with the Cohen, the Kohanim, the Cohen. Those who are supposed to be preaching to you. Well, you all are the same. Therefore, you will stumble by day. The prophet will stumble with you at night. You want to tell, you don't want someone talking to you that's like you. Hopefully, they're speaking holier words and stronger words to move you to be more like God, not like yourself. You find somebody that's trying to pacify your wickedness and your rebellion and your sin, or the wickedness and rebellion of the environment or city, nation, or country you live in. That's not a follower. That's not a prophet of God. But then you find that people, they tell you what you want to hear. They talk real nice to you, make you feel good about yourself. I hope you don't feel good about yourself when you listen to our messages. I hope you are convicted and it's not pointing a finger and not just looking at the people you work with and somebody else. I hope you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Hope you're holding yourself accountable. I hope when I'm preaching this, I look at myself in the mirror more than preaching to you, reminding myself that just because I'm preaching to you does not absolve me from preaching. The message goes right back to myself. Every Cohen knows that. Every priest of God knows that. But the judgment on us who tell you is greater than those of you who are hearing. But everyone's going to get judged, either for what they said or what they heard. I will destroy your mother. My people are destroyed for wanting of knowledge, meaning for a lack of knowledge. You don't have it. You're wanting what you shouldn't want. Why? Because you rejected the knowledge. It's not that the knowledge wasn't provided. You just reject it. Someone could tell you, you reject it. You don't want it. It's not a lack of knowledge as if God didn't provide. It's a lack of knowledge in that you did not seek it, desire it, ask for it, pay attention to it, listen to it. I will also reject you as Cohen for me because you forgot the Torah of your God, not the Torah of Babylon, not the Torah of Rabbi so-and-so, so-and-so, the Torah of God, meaning the instructions of God. It's not talking about a religious framework of a book. I will also forget your children. You're setting yourselves up. Now the curse will fall on your children. The more they increased in number, the more they sinned against me. Wow. So you're multiplying your wickedness. I will change their glory into shame. They feed on the sin of my people and are greedy for their crimes. But the Cohen will fare no better than the people. You prophets, you're not going to get off any better than the people are. I will punish him for his ways. I will pay him back for his deeds as well. They will eat but not have enough, consort with whores but have no children, because they stopped listening to Adonai. Why? Because you don't care. Lord, what do you say? All of your prayers mostly about something that you want. You're never asking God, what do you desire for me? You're not seeking God's will. You're seeking God to give you your will. You are your own God, you devils. Whoring and wine, both old and new, take away my people's wits. My people consult their piece of wood. Your magic, astrology, Ouija boards, whatever. What's your mystic pursuit of inquiry? Anything but God. Their diviner's wand speaks to them. Hello, Harry Potter. For the spirit of whoring makes them err. They go off whoring. Whoring's when you're off just looking at anything but God. Yeah, what else? I'm gonna go here. I'm going to Disneyland. I'm gonna go to Universal Studios. I'm gonna go to Vegas, Bali. I got to go. You're just for anything. You're looking for the next thing to satiate you. The next thing. Anything to give you pleasure. Another God. Another vacation. Another this. Another that. They sacrifice. They go off whoring, deserting their God. They sacrifice on the mountain peaks and offer incense on the hills, under oaks, poplars, pistachio trees, because they give good shade. Therefore, your daughters behave like whores, and your daughter-in-law commits adultery. I won't punish your daughters when they act like whores, or your daughters-in-laws when they commit adultery, because the men are themselves going off with whores. The men are sacrificing with prostitutes. Yes, a people without understanding will come to ruin. Men, you were designed to be an example and lead of your wives, your sisters, your mothers, your children. Instead, you're going off as well, aren't you? Strip club deals. If you, Israel, prostitute yourself, still Judah has no need to incur such guilt. Don't go to Gilgal or up to Bet Avin, and don't swear, as Adonai lives. For Israel is stubborn as a stubborn cow. Will Adonai now feed them like a lamb in a big pasture? Ephraim is joined to idols. Let him alone. When they finish carousing, they start their whoring. Their rulers deeply love dishonor. The wind will carry them off in its wings, and their sacrifices bring them nothing but shame. Wow. See, the Lord calls it out as it is. Nothing's new under the sun, Solomon would say if he was reading this. As it was then, so it is now. Do you not see this parallel conjunction in our own modern times and how we live? Do you not see this mirror held up to you? God help us.